Hi, and welcome to your one-stop location for workable solutions to your workplace relationship challenges. I'm Dr. Huggins, and today I'll be talking about how to retain furloughed staff during a recession. As a matter of fact, I highly suggest you apply these tips on an ongoing basis to foster loyalty and a feeling of well-being and active engagement on the part of your staff. It goes without saying that once staff have been furloughed or laid off, as an employer, you're perhaps losing your best asset for successful business operations, especially if you're a small business. In such an instance, a staff person's primary concern may be to secure financial security more so than remaining loyal to a brand that, in their eyes, breached the contract. It's important to note that from the employee's perspective, while you may have had a legitimate business reason for taking such action, to them it may seem like a violation of trust, a betrayal. It's personal for them, for you more so business. So to bridge this gap, it's important that you adopt certain measures and make them part of your protocol for doing business. By that I mean create and implement a coordinated communication plan. This means you'll need to create a strategy that will have your employees receiving regular communications from you. Now, I know sending emails from the executive branch of an organization are common practices today, but for small businesses, and well, in fact, for all businesses, while that's a good start, it may not be exactly personal or personally relevant to the emotional impact the furlough has created in your staffer's life. Your job is to implement impactful communication that will maximize the probability that when things change for the better, the employee will consider returning. Why is this important for you? It can cost up to $50,000 to $100,000 or more to hire one employee when you consider the labor hours involved, vendor expenses, and onboarding efforts it takes to get them up to speed. And this is within an economic climate of high turnover, because gone are the days when employees consider your business their professional home for a long period of time. As such, it's important that you have a plan in place to retain talent in the most challenging of times. So have a strategy you can use to offset the impact of a situation that in many cases is outside the scope of your ability to change. Additionally, there may be times when you either can't bring them back, or due to business development or strategy changes, you've decided not to. In such cases, implementing a coordinated communication plan during a recession will have you promoting brand loyalty, but through former employees. They're more likely to become cheerleaders for your business, cheerleaders that will promote your business as the best place to work, because of how you made them feel valued and respected. And today, that's a major criteria potential employees use to decide if they want to work for you. That translates into brand loyalty in the marketplace. And that is, after all, what businesses need to thrive. So be flexible, be as creative as you'd like, but let these tips guide your choices. So let's take a look at what's involved. First, create your message. What exactly do you want your staff to know, consider, feel, or do during this time? Say that. Provide updates on where the business is, share with them how you're feeling, and validate how they must be feeling. Expound in this area to demonstrate you get it, the impact of what the situation has caused in their lives. Suggest things for them to do. And last, commemorate something personal for each employee. I know this will take time, but for a small business, it's essential for the emotional retention of your staff, because this is the part of the person that drives action and decision making. Employees must feel valued in your messaging, meaning they must know what their specific contribution has meant to the success of the business and to you personally. Now, if you can't link to individual contributions, which is the ideal and the best option, link to team contributions. However, you'll lose effective impactfulness here if you link to divisions, regions, and the employee population at large. Next, decide how you'll carry out the message. It will need to be coordinated, meaning you need to decide how to bring all parts of the plan together so it runs harmoniously, effectively, successfully. So first, keep the message simple. Identify the major themes of the message as stated above or other talking points with no more than ideally 4 key main points. Next, ensure the message is consistent each time you communicate it. That means you'll be using a variety of channels to get the message out, but you'll need to make sure all channels are speaking with one voice. The tone, the intent, the emotion must all be the same. Last, repeat the message regularly, because rarely does an audience comprehend, retain, or believe what they hear the first few initial times. Now, speaking about those channels, you'll want to repeat the message through a variety of channels. So use face-to-face, virtual meetings, emails, and personal phone calls. One-on-one phone calls work best to personalize the impact of the message, especially with virtual teams. You can use a virtual meeting platform, but it too is associated with basic business meetings, so it presents a risk of presenting your message as distant and aloof. But you be the best judge and make the final decision here. Last, send an item of value or token of appreciation gift to your staff. This doesn't mean a corporately branded item. Send them something they can use that has meaning to them on a personal level. This will require that you know your people personally. For example, if you know a staffer likes tea and not coffee, you can send them a digital gift card so they can buy the tea of their choice. Or better yet, you have it sent to them directly with a personalized note indicating your coordinated communication plan message. Remember to always spend more time on the part of the message that reflects their hardship, not the organization. And a demonstration of goodwill overall is a good thing. Quite a bit to think about here when it comes to creating a coordinated communication plan as a small business owner. But it is a necessary part of your leadership, your business tenure. You know, we feel more disconnected now more than ever before. So make every effort you can to reach the hearts and minds of your people through actions that are relevant and positively impactful to them. You'll get to minimize turnover, retain employees during troubled times, and offset labor costs related to hiring. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and tell a friend. IChooseToLearn.com.